Hi, everybody. It's Cricket Barrientos at Sounds of Autism. I'm here again today with Dr. Khan. She's all the way in Pakistan, and we are 12 hours different. So it's 8:37 a.m. on Saturday morning, July 2nd, and it is 8:37 p.m. in Pakistan. So good morning, Dr. Khan. How are you today?
Good day. It's good evening from your side. And I'm good. How are you?
Dr. Khan, you and I started out this morning. We always try to catch up and talk about the latest and greatest conversations of something that might have happened over the week or whatever it may be. And today our topic was about parents raising a child that is maybe around 5, 6, 7 years old, that is nonverbal, and they're really struggling to get them to talk. And so I asked you to share a few ideas with us, maybe the first two steps of what a parent should do at the beginning to start preparing their child to have communication skills. So if you don't mind, I would love for you to share with us, because I know that you have a very good experience with this.
Thank you so much for asking such an important question. And when it is of autism, whenever it's about children, then both topics are so close to my heart. And the thing is that, whenever parents are telling you that our child is non-verbal, so let's just, break this concept, because what does a non-verbal mean for you? The child is totally non-verbal means the child is speaking, the child have language or not. That is the point. Second thing is sometimes children have language. I mean, they have words, but they're not speaking. That is one scenario. One scenario is the child have sounds. I mean, maybe mum, mama, papa, water, or some other jingles. This is one scenario. The other scenario is the child know the name of letters, alphabets, like letters are alphabets, numbers, colors, fruit names. Just like I was talking to you about a child who know the name of the animals and the sea creatures. So that is the one. And the other scenario is the child is mute. Mute in the sense the child have sounds which are intangible. Intangible means the child is not. You are not able to understand what the sounds mean. Few parents would say that the child is talking gibberish, and for gibberish they mean that the child is all the time mumbling. What the child is mumbling? The child is all the time mumbling jingles. The child is all the time mumbling those poems, rhymes. The child is doing that because these poems and these rhymes will stay constant, and we are listening the same rhymes and same poem from our childhood. So it's remain constant, and these are not scary situations. These are not anxiety situations. So it's easy for the child to catch because sequence remains same. And you might also know the idea that for autism, for ASD, for spectrum, the sequence matters a lot. More the thing is in the sequence, more the things they know, they're more comfortable with that. So I just give you that idea why children are doing that. So if a child is non-verbal means we need to understand the child have sounds or not. First, you need to identify that. Okay, there are three sounds: a, o, e. Okay, a is this area sound coming from this. O, you just touch. You say o and just touch over here. O, say o, o. It's coming from this side, middle side. E, e. It's coming from here. So these are three areas from where the sound is coming. These are the three basic sound from where we would start working as a therapist. Okay. If you start say A, B, C, D, D, E, F, F, G, H, E. I mean, these are the sounds. So first these are three basic. So first you need to see that your child, oral motor area is developed or not. But how to understand the child oral motor area is developed or not? The child is chewing or not? The child can suck or not? I mean, from that you can understand. Okay, the child is rolling or not, or the child can chew hard food or not. From there you can get the idea that the child is able to use his oral motor. If the child is not, then there's a lot of exercises. I can tell them that what you can do about that. So you can do some massage, and because these are some basic, and therapists and parents can take help from them. So it can be clockwise and anti-clockwise massage. It can be massage like this. It can be massage, just pressure points. This can be used. Second, blowing is a good way. And don't use candle for that. I don't recommend that. Okay, don't use candle. You can just use small balls, paper balls. You can use that small paper balls. to blow that thing. Secondly, you can use the bubbles. That is a very good activity to, so that the, and bubbles, I think child enjoys a lot. Second thing is a whistle. So these are few activity, and you will find a lot of other activities which are speech activities, which are oromotor activity, which could help a child to, because when we are talking, we are inhaling the air, and sound box is going to make some sounds, vibrational sound, and then we are producing the sound. So when this area is weak, then the child is not able to do that. So first we are going to work on that. That is the point. So, and with that, the child feeding is also going to improve. That is a plus point. So both things will work together, and that is a plus point for parents who said that. That is the one thing. And second thing is, okay, should I start? Should I explain other step what they can do if the child is okay with this thing and the child develops this? Should I explain the second step now, or you have any question about this?
I just have one question. Is
Yes, yes.
teaching them how to sing a good idea? Because
Yeah,
you're,
exactly.
yes.
Because if I say that, maybe I can say that for 1 minute. So it is always, because the second step is that, because they will go to, they can single and jingle and the poems like that. But singing is a good idea. You can teach them singing. Okay. First is a, o, e. These are three sounds, but we need to be creative with a child. So what we can do, we can have animal sounds. Start with animal sound. Child loves animal, and you might have this idea because your child have a lot of dinosaurs,
Oh
and
my
children
God.
love animals because they make sounds. And we have a very nice poem for these animals. You can make your own poems also. I'm very much in the in the favor of doing creativity in your therapy, in your home based activity. So you can do the old MacDonald poem, has a form, E-I-E-I-O. Mo mo, this is sound. This is sound of cow is mo. So you can do these animal sound, cuckoo, and all sounds like ba, ma. These are all sounds which you can use. First would be identification of these sounds. So identify, child is able to identify or not. So this is that thing. Okay. When the child is able to identify, because these are very small steps, we need to go into deep thing, but at least they can do that. They can child help the child to understand. And I have seen a lot of good puzzles. You will get that puzzle, and I have seen a lot of toys as well, which can help the child to maybe identify these sounds. So the thing is that the next point could be going toward the environmental sound. Okay, what environmental sound do we have? Because yet child is not speaking, but at least he start identifying the sound. I mean, we have two things. I don't have my my equipment over here. I think I have. Next time I will try to bring it. Okay, so maybe we have two animals. Ba, moo, woof woof. I have a dog. Woof woof. Meow. So tell me, for example, the child name is John. John, where's woof woof? Nah, woof woof. So this is the technique. So when the child identify this, okay, maybe he can start producing, but you need to do a lot of continuous reinforcement, in the sense that you need to practice that. Then we have a lot of environmental sounds. What could be the environmental sound? Bell, horn, sound of water. So these are a lot of sounds, and horn sounds, car sound, train sound. So these are a lot of sounds. So over here we are struggling with that battle, and we are doing this. Okay, the other perspective is over there is, you need to work on the identification. So the child is not speaking yet, but you are working on the child, that he's going to integrate 2 or 3 senses together: listening and looking, and then he will memorize this. So for example, we have 2 things in my hand, and I'm asking the child, apple or animal foods, anything. You could do that. And if you know that the child have a favorite color, then you can even start with that thing. So you will take the finger of the child and ask the child to identify the thing. Identify means you tell me, John, where's apple? Please identify apple for me. So he should point out that apple, and he should point out that mango. So you can do this, and you need to do continuous, and you need to be very patient with that child. So we start doing this, and we gradually do. And there is another thing which is called phonics. So that is a third thing. Phonics are so important. I mean, phonics are the you could say the basic unit of speech, the talking. Even it's the basic speech of reading and writing as well. So phonics are what are the phonics are the sounds of the letter. For example, a, b, k, j, e, g, i, j, k. These are the all sounds, and you could say these are jolly phonics as well. Why we are doing, and let me give you an example why it's important. We both are talking, we don't throw words toward each other. We are not doing that. I am saying, and you are able to identify each and every sound from the letter. For example, I am saying hi, how are you? So you say hi. These are two letters, so you know the sound of, and you can write that as well. So if the child understands the phonics, if child learn phonics and how to learn phonics, you will get a lot of videos on the internet. Very helpful material on the internet. So start working on those phonics. Phonics are the sounds letters which we speak, like A, B, C. These are the phonics of that sound. So I think when you start working on that, when the child is able to produce the letter, the sound, then the letter. So then you can join two things. For example, two words. We need to join two words. For example, baby, mama, mom from mama, baba, papa. So it's a eventually process. And you know, whenever you are collectively working on the child, then you will see a lot of improvement in a lot of things. So I think I give you 3, 4, 5 things, maybe five, four, five
It's okay.
steps.
It's okay. I do want to ask you though, is part of the reason there's nonverbal is because of the muscles? Because they don't
Yeah,
have the muscles. So they have to work on those muscles because some of the kids that I see, it's not just their verbal, their muscles with all motor skills or mobile skills sometimes are an issue as well. So it's anytime they see any kind of motor skills or mobile skills, that's brain activity not processing at that point, and the muscles, right? The muscle memory, the muscles, the strength of the muscles, all those things are
strengthening the muscle
super
absolutely
important. Yes, yes.
important actually.
Oh,
So you know
Dr. Khan,
when you
I
go to OT, then they talk about fine motor skills. Fine motor skills are also very important because fine motor skills mean that you have to zip your pant, you zip your shirt, you have to wear your shirt, you have to write, you have to even eat. But for talking, the oral motor area is very important, and we have to work on that. And we
yes,
have to work on the skill, and that will be start from vowels. And I will let me give you another tip: vowels and then consonant. But you can do the jolly phonics because, and you just do the drill. I just do the drill because there are few people when you start reading, everybody have their own methods. But you know, I just do it in drill or motor drill, so that it's just like a jingle. They should know what is a jingle. And the
yes,
time came, and
it's
I
a
have
memory.
videos of that. That after 6 months, the child is exactly saying the same thing. A is for
I
apple,
yeah.
apple.
No, I think your ideas are so good, and you did give me a million ideas. But what I love about it is that the families that are struggling now, they have a point to start. That's what our roadmap behind me, the roadmap that we have. People are always asking me, where do I start? How do I start? So you gave people the ideas that they can use to start this process with their child, and then from there we can add more information. But I think the beginning you gave them a lot of ideas, and I think families are going to be super excited about that because I know the moms are sad and the dads are sad when their children aren't able to speak properly, and especially when they don't they don't say mom or dad or I love you. Like those things are very emotional for families. So but Dr. Khan, we have less than 1 minute left on our Zoom call here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. But thank you so much again for joining us today and being a part of the Sounds of Autism team. If you haven't heard, Dr. Khan has joined Sounds of Autism. She is the Director of International Relations and Development for Pakistan, and she is a wealth of knowledge. So thank you, and I will see you in tomorrow on the global conference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You can